Yeah. You in the air. You don't care. You don't give a damn. What's
Welcome back.
queef? Queef is
I
when your
will
legs are
say,
all spread in the street. Huh?
I will say it's, I'm so pleased to come back and do an episode of Homework. Homework is one of our favorite iterations.
Please.
I don't know what we're doing today, but I'm
Well,
here
girl,
with
it's so funny. It's so funny that we're talking about Joni Mitchell, the circle game, and
Circle.
your apparent memory loss and Booby being stuck in 80s music
Hey,
because
90s.
because the topic, such as it is, well,
Right.
let's just say we're going to start with a little conversation about
And see
how
where
it-
she go.
let me finish my sentence, girl.
Oh, go ahead, girl.
Okay. I had no completion to that sentence. We're going to start with a little conversation about what it's like for y'all getting older as homosexuals, and then move on to some of the younger things that we like to talk about.
There ain't no younger things in the room.
Trust, girl. So I woke up screaming the lyrics to the crying game, not the crying game. Well, that too, the circle game.
It's a damn
Because-
shame.
Girl, I realized I need to keep it real, and I need to keep it real with the audience.
Please.
I can no longer pretend to be 24 years old.
No, you
Okay,
can't.
guys, let's just. I want to keep it real. The circle game,
Please.
honey. Life goes on. I'm 32. I'm not going to fuck with lighting. I'm not going to fuck with filters. I'm going to own it. And if that's what it means to get older in this day and age, then I'm going to own it, honey. I'm in the air. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
Those plants behind you are more honest right now than you.
Oh, Yeah, the plants
What's
are like,
que-
whoa, mom is lying out there.
Ooh, girl.
What's
I
queef,
didn't know she
honey?
was like that.
What's queef? I just got this one yesterday, honey. She's called a golden goddess, bitch. Get into her.
Let me
All
see.
right.
Bring it to the
Ooh.
camera. I can't
Okay.
see her.
Well,
Because
so-
these old eyes.
these old eyes. This is her, and she's got red stems. Okay, hold up.
Is she in the bamboo family?
No,
Family?
The bamboo family. Hi, Miss
Family.
Thing.
She's in the philodendron family. So okay, she's actually a lemon lime, which is the patented version. The non-patented is called the golden goddess, and internationally she's called Malay gold. But in point of fact, we did a huge lobby installation over the weekend, and there was a
That's
bunch of those
right.
extras.
Which
so
I've
I
yet to
took-
see pictures of. Dynasty.
I will.
Did it
I will
come
send
out
you
fab?
pictures.
Fabulous.
Honey, she came out fabulous, darling. Fabulous.
Yeah. Did they go over the top, or did they?
We
just say
did.
no? You
We
went over the top.
intentionally went over the top, honey. She's the best lobby in town, girl. Shit, all
Word.
the hoes are gonna be lining up there now.
All
What do you
those
think of
lining
Vermilion?
up outside on that corner, honey.
Shit, girl, come on
Do you-
down to
do you
Hudson
feel-
Yards.
Do you feel bromeliads?
I think they serve a purpose.
They're not your
Um,
favorite.
I mean, I like some of them. I'm not, I like some of the Earth stars. I'm not really
I
into
gotta
the
send
big.
you a picture. There's a guy that I know that creates art, living art with bromeliads and dead wood, driftwood.
Yeah.
And he
Oh.
ties the bromeliads on it and creates what looks like other living things, animals, all out of the bromeliad.
Interesting.
And the thing is, when the bromeliads flower, the flowers complete it. Like all of a
Yeah.
sudden, you see it's a woodpecker because it's got red
Yeah.
on the top. It's
Oh, I love
incredible,
that.
some incredible.
Oh, I
stuff.
wanna
And
see
it's a
that.
living art. So he waters it every day to get the flowers to come, which will give you the effect.
I do want to see the effect, and not to bring the party down, but when a bromeliad flowers, it dies. It's called.
Ugh.
They're monocarpic. They bloom once, like me.
I was going to say,
That's interesting because that art is temporary.
Yeah.
The lifespan.
But isn't
It
all
Does
art
these
temporary,
installations for
darling?
lobbies of condos, and I mean, he's
True,
making
true.
a major name for himself. He's got one he calls Lucille Ball, and it's the red
Okay.
hair of Lucy, and it looks just like from a distance like a person. Do you know what I mean?
You
It's
know what, girl? I
incredible.
want to see this shit. Send it. I love
Okay.
this kind of stuff. Also, it's
I
what I'm
li- I
doing
live.
now. So
Yeah.
it's what I'm doing, darling. Working lobbies, honey. Working lobbies. It's
When
what
you
I'm
get
doing.
old, you need hobbies.
Working lobbies.
I'm working those midtown lobbies now.
Lobbies is your
Hobby
hobby.
lobbies, honey.
Honey, trust. Girl, I'm the slobby lobby, darling. So check it out, y'all. I don't think we've introduced ourselves. I am Shadiamond.
This is Miss Matinga.
This is Booberini.
This is Booberini, Matinga, and Shadiamond, and we are Homework collectively. Okay.
This
Today
is
we're
the
going to.
Homework Collective.
This is the Homework Collective. Resistance is futile, honey.
Kind of like the Borg.
Kind of like the Borg, honey, but less ethnic. So, or maybe more ethnic. So let's
More-
talk. I want to talk very briefly about the old part because Ms. Booby, you had brought this up. For some reason, I do not know. And I just want to say, let's please not have a 14-minute discussion about clinical depression like we did last week.
And you know, yeah.
Because this is
I
supposed to
get
be
you. I get you. Let's keep it
Yeah.
high.
Let's
Getting
keep it
old
light,
is
lively.
fun and fresh.
Fun. Yeah. Yeah. So what is it like for you guys getting older? Keep it to 30 words or less. Great story. So why don't we move on? I think what we've done.
I mean, I do. I honestly, I haven't put that much thought into it because, like, I'm always the same age in my head. But I will say that once, like, I didn't feel the passing of the years at all. Didn't feel it at all. It always felt about the same until you hit your 50s. And then the 50s hit back a little bit. Like your mortality is definitely kind of a little bit more present, your health and vitality. So that's the one thing. Like I was always that queen that, you know, I didn't need to exercise because I was, you know, I always felt sexy in the body that I was in and I didn't need to.
Whose body were you in?
Who was you in?
More than just my own. But then as you get, you know, you hit your 50s and you're like, oh shit really does change and slow down.
That
And then
must be
also,
hard.
I think that I also think, and like you said, let's not get too deeply into it.
Let's not.
If you allow it, you can get pushed to the margins by the culture. If you allow it,
So don't allow it.
You could be the type of person that, you know, goes out there and says, I'm going to live my life and I'm still fabulous. And I certainly don't feel less than just because I'm 53.
So can we mention people particularly, or no, that's not a good idea.
Only if we're going to savage them.
Okay. Sophia Loren, you know, no, I'm kidding. Like Matinga, I didn't age on the, I'm in my mind, I'm still carrying in Sound Factory and swirling and twirling. But, you know, one false step and I've got a pain in my foot that I never had before. And it was just because I was wearing sneakers the wrong way. So there's all sorts of little, you know, signs that, you know, you're not as spry as you used to be. But, you know, I've learned the solution is to do your best. Eat as best as you can, exercise as best as you can, stay active, you know, surround yourself with other old bitches.
Yeah.
Step away and enjoy whatever time you got. And usually it's a nice time, you know, especially when you got hobbies and you're doing plans and you've got books.
Well, back in my day, I used to roll up to the Nickelodeon and I would throw in
I thought you were about
nickel.
to say something.
Well, back in my day, when I was cruising all the horse and buggy carriages, I'd say,
down
hey,
with the horse carriages, down.
Do you want a sugar cube? I've got an elixir that might set you straight tonight,
Wait a
buddy.
minute, are you the horse or are you the carriage?
I don't know. I am so old, I can't remember.
I'll call you Sugarfoot.
I'm
Also,
in the air. I don't
also,
care.
I wanna
I don't
say-
give a damn. What?
Also, I want to say, and I think that this is a gay man thing as well, that
Uh-huh.
like gay men, because often, you know, there are gay men that have, all dreams are different. And there are those gay guys that get married and they have kids and all this
Yawn.
in the house and the white picket fence and all that. And they want to have like more heteronormative.
Yeah, that's valid. So interesting.
Life. But I think most gay guys, we have like a second childhood that lasts for 20, 30 years. And what happens in your 50s is that life forces you to grow up. Why? Because you become the caregiver of somebody, your mom, your dad, or something like that. We know people in our own lives that, you know, and at some point, one of the kids has to step up and take care of the parent. And so that's also something that changes.
Yeah.
We know people. I am a caregiver. Booby, you know people that caregive as well. You're a caregiver to all your animals. So that's also another thing. As you get older, you may have been living this fabulous club life, and then at some
now you got to step up.
Reality makes you step up. If you know,
You gotta step your pussy up, honey.
It's always the gay kid that does it. Why? Because they have the least responsibility.
Because we're smarter.
Because the girls, they have a wife, they have kids, they have a husband to take care of, and you don't have those responsibilities.
Really, it usually is daughters that
It's
do the
you-
heavy lifting.
I saw the Joy
Exactly.
Luck Club.
That's
Let me tell
exactly
you
what I just
something.
said.
Honey.
That's what I just said.
The Joy Luck Club, shit. Well, then there's also the Boy Luck Club, but we're not going to get into that. And I just want to say, I'm in the air. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
Speaking of maturity and getting older, go ahead,
Yeah.
girl. What have you got to add to the mix?
I'll tell you what I've learned. I'm not judgmental. I'm discerning, okay? And I can send myself flowers.
The song of the moment. It's come back.
It has
Pee my name in the sand.
Me, my name in the sand.
Finger myself for hours. Anyway, so what I was saying was I don't remember at all.
Old.
Old. She's serving
Getting old.
Getting old.
Hetero.
What is this?
Hetero.
Hetero. I'm gonna say, look. Here's the thing. Okay. As I just stated earlier, viewers, shock. I am not 24. Big shock. However, I don't have the blueprint nor the genetics to be a daddy. Nor do I want to be anyone's daddy. So I'm going to keep rocking my natural blonde hair and all of this bling, darling, because I am still serving it like that because I can. All right. Now,
With your cat.
with my cat, honey, with my mother.
You're the cliche.
What's that? I'm the cliche?
Old spinster with
With her cat and her
with a fat
blonde
kitty.
hair.
Oh,
With a
excuse
fat
me?
pussy and
Oh,
a
no, honey.
feline.
Oh, no, wait a minute, honey. You're
And
not
her
gonna-
plants.
Well, honey, not you with that
And
Crisco
tons
disco
of plants.
mustache, girl. That
Oh
Crisco
no,
disco.
honey.
Okay.
And books.
And books. Okay.
Books and
Look here.
films.
Look, all
Honey,
right.
listen, I still got it going on. I've got a disco
Yes.
light. There's literally a disco light sitting right here.
Honey,
There-
I got a bag of Crisco in my freezer for later.
There's a disco ball sitting right here. The party's happening here, honey.
Okay, yes, girl, with that mustache, that bionic woman, sure. And this one sitting up in here hiding in that room from her husband. Okay. Yeah,
I
girl.
don't care about you.
I don't care about you. I don't care about Antoine, girl. If your marriage is falling apart, that's on you. And I'll say one last thing.
Oh, dude, must you?
About homosexuals.
Oh,
I
yes,
said about homosexuals. By the way, I identify as post-gay because labels cannot contain me. All right.
Yeah, they can your 35 pants waist.
Oh, true. And it's savage because it's true.
Even that's wrong.
It's savage because it's true. Look,
Yeah,
here's the thing about married homosexuals. I don't judge. I am discerning. I am observant. Okay. You live your life. You do your own thing. Don't be trying to hit me up, okay, for some kind of three-way. Because I could fill a hole, but I can't fill a hole in your relationship. So you take that to your marriage counselor, Jim, Bob, Bill, Boo, and whoever you are. I don't care. That's not my role in life. I'm a single dad trying to raise my cat.
You could fill a hole, but you can't build a pole.
Honey, I'm in the air. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
You can fill a bra.
I can filibuster. Honey, I'm a filibuster. Shit. Anyway, so look at Matinga looking at herself, looking at her mustache.
I am looking at you. I'm looking straight.
You're a liar. Liar. All right. Now listen.
Lion King.
And by the way, I still
Yes.
think I'm giving sexy Gail Gordon, especially because you see my beard is coming in a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And a little bit of like the baldness. It's sexy Gail Gordon, honey. I love it. You know why I love it? Because I look like somebody else. Not somebody necessarily attractive, just like somebody else.
Uh-huh. You giving sexy Gail King. I mean, I'll give you that much.
Honey,
Shit.
how about sexy Crystal Gail?
Yeah. Well, before we get into it, I just want to say that I did come up with a sort of stupid drag name to add to the list.
Yes.
Bonnie and Clydesdale.
Oh,
Like she's horsey and she's on a crime spree, but she's got a cigarette and a beret and she looks
and
good.
she could carry some weight.
She could carry, honey.
Oh.
That was so Joan Rivers.
Yeah,
No, it just took me a second.
yeah. Bonnie and Clydesdale.
I was about to say, is Bonnie a type of Clydesdale?
Honey, you want to talk about the Great Depression? Shit,
Yeah.
girl. So,
yeah.
I want to talk about some terminology that the gay kids or the LGBT kids are apparently using now.
Ah,
I
yeah.
came across a term egg, EGG, and that is apparently the term for the state a trans person is in before they come out as trans.
Oh, I love
They're an
that.
egg. They're
They
an
haven't
egg.
hatched yet.
They haven't hatched yet.
So once again, we're bringing back a classic segment. We're bringing back a little bit of glingo
A
for the
little bit
kids.
Hi.
because
Just
we
a
didn't really
little
make
bit
these
because
up.
we've gone over so many that
Yes.
I had just nothing left.
It's
But
called
yeah,
Ingo.
just a little. So it's glingo.
Yeah.
Unless it's unless it's super masculine, then it's dingo, like you just said.
Then it's
Thank
dingo.
you.
Yeah.
And
And if it's
so,
kind of
so egg.
nasty, it's
So egg is a
dingleberry.
new glingo term. Egg is
Yeah.
a
But
trans
but,
person.
but we didn't
Come on.
really make that up. We did not really make that up. We didn't make that up at all. But we're
Yeah,
sharing it with the kids because that's part of our mission statement.
yeah, that's what we do. We share the gay lingo.
Yeah. Do you
Because
guys
it's
have
for the
a
children.
it's for the children. Do you guys have a piece of gay lingo you'd like to share?
Well, I have a piece of gay lingo that I wish to enter into the lexicon. However, this is a piece of gay lingo that I made up. But I'm
Oh,
going to try and make fetch happen today. And
okay. All right.
the other day, I was texting Michael, and my phone kept autocorrecting a word to a different word, and it was pissing me off. So finally, I realized my phone was just trying to give me a message. So my glingo, brand new glingo term for the universe is key blight. Key blight.
Light.
A key blight is a queen that is so ugly. It don't matter how much light you shine on that bitch. She just ugly and harsh. Cause
Ooh.
the more light you shine on something,
The
the
clearer
wrinkles,
it gets.
everything starts to look better. But honey, she's the key blight. Like you just all
Honey,
the light makes her look worse, honey. The key
like a
blight.
black hole.
And I
I
kept
think I
on
got
saying, Michael, key blight, key blight, key blight. And he was like, yep, that's right.
yeah, I think I got like 5 key blights on me right now.
Because I need a
So
key blight. And, although I'm looking quite good, but key blight. So I
you
would
look
like to
lovely.
enter into the gay lingo lexicon, key
Key
blight.
blight.
When
How
the
would you
I
spell it?
honey, when that queen is so ugly, no matter how much light, it's KeyBlight. So instead
You
of key
gotcha.
light, it's key
it's key
blight.
blight. Yeah.
Key blight.
Yeah,
I'm
I like
thinking
key
like
blight.
that. That's also like, a kind of a short person that makes fudge cookies in a tree. A
Yeah.
Keebler elf, like a key
Yeah.
blight, but a
Yeah.
You
gay
get a
one.
little Keebler away from me, honey.
But a
Keep your
key blight
fudge away.
looking all ugly. Okay, so
Mm.
we've got egg and we've got key blight. Booby, would you like to add to this conversation?
I have two phrases that, again, I can't take the credit for. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. One, it's really not. It's just it's in the um definitions of types of gays. There's bears and otters and foxes. Well, there's also prawns.
A
That's a
prawn.
queen with an ova body but a brick of a face. A prawn. Like
Oh.
when you eat prawns, you have to remove the head
That's right.
for all that meaty body.
Well, I
So I
guess
thought that was hysterical when I saw that a
oh,
prawn. So,
girl,
oh, she giving me prawn.
girl, I
And
guess
then the other
it's
child,
truly hard out here
She-
for a shrimp.
honey,
for
she
real,
she's
all
serving you
red and
Grand
shit.
Admiral prawn.
Thank
Okay.
you. It's a trap.
Yes.
It's the
It's a
clap.
trap. So
And then
basically that's
there's
kind of like another version of Butterface,
right,
but
very that,
specifically for meaty ones.
but a body, right?
And they stink. Maybe they're serving a
Uh,
little bit of fish. Go ahead.
a little. And then
Yeah.
there's also a meerkat. They're an anxious and sassy gay. You would be a
Ooh,
meerkat, Miss Diamond.
I am not anxious or sassy. I am forthright and relaxed.
an anxious, sassy gay. I
A
like that.
meerkat.
You know how
Are
meerkats are.
I
Have you
don't
ever seen a
actually.
meerkat?
Uh,
Meerkats always like will stand on the highest point as lookouts for the rest of the colony, and they're just very fidgety, and and they can gang up on cobras. They're in the mongoose kind of family.
are they like?
They're
Is that the same
adorable
thing
as
as a
babies,
like a prairie dog?
kind of, but tall and thin, not fat and
Just
squat.
thin.
She's
Well, if they're not fat
thin
and squat, I'm not a meerkat. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. So an anxious,
and sassy
watchful,
gay.
and sassy gay is a meerkat. I like it. Listen, I'm not Gen Z. I'm an extremely young millennial, but I know that for the Gen Zs, a lot of them use the word mother
mother.
Like gather her mother, I guess in
Yes.
reference to like people like
They
Ariana
call
Grande.
me mother.
Mother. And
So-
they call me mother.
No, I think that's probably has its roots in the ballroom scene.
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
But the kids are applying it to pop culture icons like a Kylie Minogue is mother.
Gaga.
Right. Or like a
Mother
RuPaul
Monster.
is mother.
And
like
so
anyone you love and admire, like a Sam Smith is mother. If you happen to love and admire him,
Carol Channing.
You can venerate him to mother. And of course, like in the ballroom scene, it's gay daughter, gay brother, gay father, gay mother. But
and so what is
moms
gather
and
her?
dads, you drop the gay because they're just the mother and father.
What does gather
Oh.
her mean then in this context?
To gather, I think to gather a queen is like if you are sort of, say, mildly reading someone and they don't have an equally interesting retort, you have gathered that person. You gathered, like you slightly read her, or you
Okay.
gave her the correct information. Like gather her mother, and then you the information.
And then would the sort of logical next statement be she left no crumbs? She ate.
Oh, crumbs.
She ate.
That's a new one. That because it was
She ate.
always she ate, but now the kids are she ate and she left no crumbs. Like the no
She
crumbs
left
is
no
new.
crumbs.
Did you ever
And-
see Trixie Mattel and Katya do that? What you know, if one dies, what they'll say at the funeral, and she's like,
At the funeral of the other.
she ate.
She ate.
Very funny.
Work.
Work.
She was living, but she gives me dead now.
Girl, she dead now.
She's serving cold.
She's serving cold.
Okay,
This is how
so
it's cold.
gather her mother, leave no crumbs. Okay,
Leave no
love
crumbs.
it. And then of course, do you guys know the word thrussy?
Thrussy.
I know.
Which is a throat bussy?
Ooh, I
A
love it.
thrussy. Spit it down my thrussy, zaddy. Zaddy's
Zaddy.
another one.
Daddy
Zaddy.
has
Like-
become daddy.
Like
I don't
Pedro
exactly know-
Pascal.
I don't exactly know why it's called zaddy.
I think
Exactly.
Zaddy is an even hotter version of Daddy, but I think it's also like younger Daddy, like Daddy 30 to 40, not
Oh,
Daddy
so
30
like
to
closer to
50.
closer to my age. Got it. Yes. So
Okay.
okay, understood.
And
Interesting.
Actually, it's the opposite. A
What?
sexually attractive man, especially an older one who is fashionable. So a zaddy would be fashionable daddy.
Yeah, but if you're 18 or
But then definitely
20,
older.
a 35-year-old is an older man.
He's an older
True.
man.
True that. True that.
True that.
You know,
girl.
there's a lovely blonde guy. God.
Thank
he
you,
was in
sweetheart.
Italian.
Guy, honey, guy.
An Italian.
No,
rich
he was
guy
in
who was
Fire
dancing with
Island, the movie Fire Island. He was like the hunk in the movie Fire
Didn't
Island.
see it.
I saw Fire Island. Fire is such a great movie. Great
It's
Didn't
movie.
see it.
really
Oh my
good.
God, Miss Matinga and Booby. I'm actually so glad you just mentioned this. I was talking to my roommate earlier, and I was trying to recommend the documentary "I Always Said Yes," Wakefield Pool. And he's like, "Who's Wakefield Pool?" And I'm like, "He
Yes.
directed a very famous
Boys in the
adult
Sand.
film, Boys in the Sand." Am I crazy? It was our friend Chris in the remake.
I think he may have been.
Also, I sent you guys
Not
the
this- not-
picture of the blonde child from
Oh, I'll
Fire
splice
Island.
it in later.
Yeah,
I'll
his name is
splice it in
Zane
later.
Phillips. Over.
I don't know enough about him, but I will
Hilarious.
say one thing I do know about is that there's a term called fruit salad. Do you guys know fruit salad?
Fruit salad.
Fruit salad. I mean, I know some of the ingredients are pretty yummy, but I don't know what it's referring to as in Europe.
I prefer
Dictionary.
So that's when
immersion.
you turn around, honey, that's when you bend over and you present whole and junk. They call that a fruit salad.
Wait a
Oh,
minute, wait a
I'm gonna
minute,
push
wait a
the
minute,
junk
wait a minute,
back.
wait a minute. I'm trying to picture this. When you bend over and you present the whole and the junk.
And the junk. Your
So
legs have to be spread.
so
very
whole and okay, gotcha.
You could always, you know, like, have you ever let a
You
guy?
could call that a bromeliad.
Have you
You
ever
could
let a
call
guy
it-
suck your dick like backwards? You push the dick back and he sucks the dick but from the backside.
I don't really want to talk about my personal life. That's not really what I do, but I just
Mhm.
I just did want to share.
Not that I know anything about
The fruit salad.
the
That's
fruit salad.
fruit salad. That's
Are
called
we
a fruit
recording?
salad. Yeah,
You
of course we're
do
recording.
eat the pussy.
You do eat the pussy.
Have you heard of
Wow.
figging?
Figging.
Baking.
Mhm.
No, but it's got to have to do. It's got to. Is it like? Is it
Is
like?
it in Arabia? Is it like a Middle Eastern kind of thing?
Is it like doing that toe
It could
thing?
be.
Is
No,
it
so
sticking between the butt?
yes. So figging is the practice of peeling and carving a piece of ginger root into a butt plug and inserting it into someone's booty. They
And what
call
is the
that
benefit of
fig.
that?
I
It would
guess like a
burn.
mildly burning sensation.
Yeah,
And
And
does
no,
it
it
kill
definitely burns.
germs? Because when you
one would
eat
hope in your
ginger
case,
after
darling.
sushi,
Yes. What?
That's also called. There's something called buggering your toe.
Yeah. Yo,
Because
Miss
Booby
Booby,
wants us to think
Miss
that
Booby
she's
is like,
frozen.
I think what happened is she was figging and the oils just kicked in.
No, but that's the
when
look
you
thing,
eat
but the
sushi,
moment-
you eat ginger after it. You know why?
Why?
Why do you?
Why?
Because the ginger kills any germs that may be in the sushi,
Oh.
any parasites. It's just a natural what is it? Parasitic. So I'm sure that if you got a not so fresh bussy, that ginger ginger would kill any worms you got up in there, the white worm.
Listen, before we get into the white worm, I want to say, like, if you have to eat ginger so that your food doesn't give you parasites,
Right?
eat different food.
Just getting back on the glingo tip just for 1 second, I think it's very
Yes. Oh,
interesting
yeah.
that it's thrusy. It used,
Yeah.
and of course there's the term bussy, but back in our day, it was moosey.
Moosey.
Miss Moosey.
It
right,
was the
'cause it
moosey, but it all
'cause it
means
was-
moosey and
It was
bussy. Same
man
thing.
pussy, boy pussy, throat
Yeah.
pussy.
Pussy,
I gotta
pussy.
say, pussy, how they host feeling pussy. I mean, listen, call it
They
what
don't
you
call me
want, just
thrusty,
keep it
but
off
they
of my
used to call me-
sofa.
Used to call me thrusty. Honey, trust.
Thrusty.
Get these
honey,
nuts
God.
away from my face.
Get these nuts out of my. You better take them sweaty nuts out my face. Anyway, what else you got, girls?
Let me see. that.
Okay, while we wait, I made up a word. Slobotomy.
Slobotomy.
That's when they take out a part of a bitch's brain that she forgets to do the dishes. A slobotomy. Girl, she just a slob
What?
at this point. What?
Lobotomy.
That's what I said.
I have two terms.
Are either of them terms of endearment?
Well, they could be. They could be.
Okay.
But there's one that's okay. There's one that I'm not super clear on the meaning of. I think I know what it means, and I think it could be gay or straight. Gooning. So I believe that
yeah.
gooning is when you do like. I think it's when
Gooning.
you do a lunch of Goonies.
Oh,
It's when-
weird.
It's
Hello.
when you do
T-shirt.
poppers.
Oh my God.
no, I love it. I'm gonna wear my Goonies shirt next time. It's when you
Bitch.
do a giant hit of poppers and then time yourself while you jerk off, right?
I don't know about the time element, but I think gooning is gooners are people that are like really, 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 really into self-pleasuring.
And poppers generally.
I don't know about that part.
I think poppers is a big part of it. I do.
You know what, viewers in the comments, because we know you're a bunch of sex freaks and perverts.
Learn us some.
Learn us. What is gooning? Are you a
And-
gooner?
Yes. And by the way, never been a gooner. I'll jerk off, but I wouldn't say
I've been a
gooner.
goner.
I've been a
Shit.
goner here and there. And of
Honey.
course, there's the classic, which I think has made it into the zeitgeist because the other day I heard fucking Joy Behar use it. And I was like, oh, yeah, that old tidbit. Turning.
Turning.
Which was, I think, may
honey.
have been derived from Boys in the Band.
Well,
when
it goes
Harold-
back that far at least.
At
And
least
Harold
that
was
far.
like, "Up, he's turning." Michael kept on changing slowly into a vicious queen
Exactly.
the more he
Exactly.
drank.
Turning.
I mean, that's pretty old. I mean, but even decades before that, if you turn on someone, you're turning on them.
True.
You're a turncoat. You know, I think its
Ah.
other meaning is like if you leave no crumbs and you turn somebody, then that's a different extrapolation of it. So, like for example, I'm turning this hat. I think
And
I
that
think
hat.
It's not
Also,
that.
you could say like that hat is turning my stomach.
That hat is turning.
well, why don't you get a piece of ginger and stick it up your ass?
Sure.
Or-
Can you take yours out and hand it to me?
We are family.
Or when someone is taking liberties and trying to turn you out, but at the same time you suddenly realize you have a venereal disease, burning.
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 Burning. Right. Because, like, there's that moment where you
And you just
suddenly
suddenly
sense
realize,
it.
burning.
Burning. Hello? Girl, honey, be walking all fast to the clinic. Shit.
But you know,
Okay.
the
Oh
kids-
my God.
I mean, I knew our language down, and like, in fact, I knew our language so well that sometimes people would say to you and me, "I didn't understand a word you guys just said." And you'd be
Always,
Right.
5
always.
minutes. But like now, the kids have their own thing. But like, I'm so out of the loop.
Have you heard of Mexican sugar dancing?
No, no.
Okay.
Why gotta be Mexican?
Why got to be Mexican?
I don't know. I'll explain it. Well, it doesn't have to be, but that's what they call it. So Mexican sugar dancing is when you dig up a corpse and you attach electrodes to it, like
Oh.
like jumper cables, and you rent it out as an undead sex toy because then it vibrates. They call that Mexican sugar dancing.
Oh God, is that real?
Google it. I challenge any of you to Google it. I did not make that
Well,
up.
you could
Interesting.
Google wolf bagging as well, and it's there. But it doesn't mean that it's real.
Doesn't mean that it's not.
Oh, I think it just might be, but still.
Mexican
Okay, and I have one more.
sugar dancing. Yes.
Munching it. When you munch it.
Munching.
And honey, everybody knows what. Yeah, Miss Thing, did you munch it? Or are you gonna get to munch it? Or Miss Thing, let me munch it. Or when you munch some trade, you suck a guy's dick. Munch it.
I think we could maybe we can update that because that's not new in any way. That's classic.
It's not new, it's classic.
I found some
Munching
new
it.
ones.
Okay, it could be like if you slay something, like, girl, how did your job interview go? Baby, I munched it.
I
Which-
munched
Then
it.
I ate.
Then I
left no
ate.
crumbs.
I left it, honey. Oh, honey, I munched it. I munched that SAT exam. Trying.
Girl,
Go ahead,
Ken,
booby.
Ken from Barbie, I munched
I-
it, honey. I left him with no genitalia. He's
With
perfect
no
now
genitalia.
Because I ate it.
because I ate it.
He is enough, girl.
He got.
Ooh,
I found
ooh.
some words that are weird. Okay. An undesirable situation or person. For instance, I don't like this bar. This bar is really pee-pee.
BP.
Pee-pee. An
Beefy.
undesirable situation or person. It's real pee-pee in here. Also,
Okay,
for
I dig
instance,
it.
yuck day. Usually we
Yuck day?
use wait.
Okay.
Usually used in reference to famous gays. Like, I heard there's a yuck day showing up at the club today.
A yuck gay. A yuck gay.
Yuck day, like as in night and day. Yuck day.
Yuck day.
Yuck
So
day.
is this some kind of like Pig Latin or Esperanto? What
I
is
don't-
this?
It's a little bit of Korean.
Oh, I love it.
There's gigal, the temper of a gay man, marked by their stinging and sharp remarks. For example, his gigal has no joke. I lost to his gigal.
Oh, honey, she
Or
munched
when-
it.
Yeah. When,
Or maybe it's called jigal.
Jigal.
look, you
Jiggle
got-
it just a little,
Little
bit. I
bit.
said groove.
And then, of course,
Now,
there's
you gonna munch this tray and leave no crumbs.
Honey.
jobogal, a word that refers to older gays. This bar only has jobogals.
Jobagals.
No vocals.
Because those jobagals are hanging down to their ankles. They're
Thank
old.
you.
Yeah. Okay.
Those are like Filipino terms.
I found this in the Time Out website
Well, if anyone's
of
gonna
Urban
know-
Dictionary for Gay Terminology.
I love it.
Okay.
And of course, Suki's in there.
Suki.
But that's an old
Suki,
one.
Of course.
That's
Suki,
an
which is a
old
name,
one.
but also a fight.
Yeah,
Right.
sucky now.
Or a kitten.
Or my little kitty
Or a
cat
kitten.
Suki.
Suki.
Oh, remember Suki?
I'll
Weird,
never forget her.
So weird. I've always had tuxedo cats.
Yeah. And she was
Yeah.
a tuxedo little person or little cat.
She was a little cat. Oh,
Like, I
Booby,
didn't
how,
want to say a midget.
Booby, how tight are those headphones? Anyway, I think that pretty much summarizes what we could scrape off the internet.
At the bottom of the barrel.
Some of the young queens out there in the ether, including the ones that are our children, our gay kids, could you throw us some of your terms, please?
Yeah.
In the comments. The next time we'll go over them.
Yeah, because homework is about learning. It's about burning.
Yeah.
And it's about
About
learning
burning.
both ways. It's about learning both ways.
Because
We
we're
teach you.
versatile.
We're versatile caftan era pussy tops, and that's how
And
we do.
at some point in the future, we wanted to start out slow, but in some point in the future, homework was always about like gay people you should know, gay stuff you should know, gay history, gay flicks. And so at some point, like, diversify and maybe do like a cult classic or something, maybe a John Waters film we never did or something.
And this is not strictly a gay thing because I identify as post-gay, post-homosexual. Labels cannot contain me, and apparently
Post Malone
neither can my
gay.
stretch waistband, size 38 jeans, booby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Learn it.
Learn it and burn it well. This is Shadiamond.
This is Miss Matinga.
And this is Booby.
You've been burnt.